India's missile program has been one of the most successful projects that the Defense Research and Development Organization has ever undertaken. And recently, in fact, some of the successful trials of strategic as well as user missiles has boosted the morale of not just the scientists but also the users, that is the armed forces. To talk about how the scientists are doing the planning and how they are executing the plans, we have with us the scientific advisor to the Raksha Mantri, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, who is also the Director General of Missiles and Strategic Systems, as they call it in the DRDO. Dr. Reddy, last few months there have been so many successful tests of Agni 5. You had an interceptor missile and I think a K5. How confident are you to take this further, and what does it mean for India?
Firstly, last 3 months, number of test launches of various missiles, varieties of missiles have been done. One being the Astra air-to-air missile, which is beyond the visual range missile, which have been very successful things.
Right.
We have also done a couple of guided bombs for the country first time, which is a smart anti-airfield weapon, which can go, number of them on Su-30 and things like that aircrafts, very successful missions. And then we have done a series of Agni missile tests also, which were more connected to the user and things like that. Both Agni 4, Agni 5, again proven the reliability of the missile systems.
Yes.
And the most important thing of all the things what has happened is the ballistic missile defense interceptor missile at exo-atmospheric. We could very successfully went the interceptor at about 100 kilometers altitude. It could hit the geometric center of the missile payload which was coming inside, which is a major milestone in the country's defense capabilities and technological capabilities what have been shown. So this all happened out of the technological background research which has been going on in the missiles laboratories and various other universities, and that's how we could reach now. And so aiming for many more in the coming future, and a lot of new missiles development, whether it is some of the surface-to-air missiles with better technologies, and anti-tank missiles with better technologies and long-range systems, and air-to-surface missiles and things like that. And includes even the rockets also to be converted into guided rockets, like Pinaka,
which is new.
Which recently one trial also has been.
Pinaka trial has been done.
Converting that into that particularly thing. I should congratulate my scientists who have done it in a very short span of time, converting this rocket into a guided rocket and enhance the range to close to 80 kilometers also. So these are all the achievements, and that's how the planning is going on for the futuristic systems.
The Agni, of course, is a major success, and everybody, the world watches actually what Agni has been sort of been a very successful missile for India, and we have gone to Agni 5. What are the plans for Agni series in the future?
Actually, as of now, we haven't got any indication from the government to go ahead with furthermore these things, and the government goes through the strategic planning, what is the requirement and what is the current scenario in the world and things like that. As of now, we don't have anything beyond Agni 5 as a capability wise doing it, but at the same time the background technologies are existing and some work is going on, where if the government calls for any other systems which are longer than Agni 5 and all that, we should be able to take on the challenge, and we should be able to do and provide it to country with such capabilities also.
Just as a sort of matter of clarification for people who watch India's missile program, and they are both our friends as well as India's adversaries, are you able to tell us the range of Agni 5, or it's something that is not to be
Agni
shared?
5 is 5,000 kilometers.
5,000 kilometers. That is what you've done. And what about the interceptor missile? Now you've done 2 successful trials, and you're going to do something in the near future. Is it planned?
We have to do some more. Whatever we have done other day, what we have achieved, we have to do some more trials on that and prove the reliability, and for various configurations we need to test it. And I am confident that this year these developmental trials we should be able to do, and then go to the government, and the government has to take a decision whether we need to deploy them and things like that. Then we have to work on the deployment plan.
Right. Now coming to the other ones which are already tried and tested and the users are using it already, the Akash missile system for instance. Is there a demand for Akash from other countries in our neighborhood or our friendly countries?
There have been a lot of inquiries on Akash missile from at least 3-4 countries, and we also have a lot of interest in exporting them.
Right.
Of course, with the clearance from the MEA and government clearances, but a lot of inquiries are there on many of these things. Not only Akash missile and some other missiles, also people are showing interest. And torpedoes, they have shown interest.
Right.
So a lot of interest is shown in the defense capabilities of India.
So, just to move away from missiles a little bit, since you are also the scientific advisor to the Raksha Mantri, what is the thrust of the Ministry of Defense and the Minister as far as getting inputs from DRDO is concerned and converting them into user base for the armed forces?
There are a couple of thrust areas what RM is looking into it. One is the cyber side. Cyberspace is one area new areas I'm talking about is one interesting area what it is looking. And also the space where how it can be utilized for the defense is another area what RM is looking at it.
Right.
And then leaving aside the technologies, and he wants to bring in synergy between the armed forces and DRDO in many of the areas, starting with missiles.
Sure.
So working together and continuously how to make sure that in the next 5 to 7 years, RM is looking for a complete self-reliance in the area of missiles, where we have done well. What are the requirements of armed forces and how the country, without any import, how can we meet the requirements is on the topmost agenda.
Right.
And also is concentrating many on the technologies, how we can develop a state-of-the-art equipment.
Okay.
So it is not that generally we have been technology follower till now.
Sure.
So how we can make the technologies as state-of-the-art technologies and come out with a missile system or come out with any other defense system on par with in timelines with respect to the advanced technology. So concentrating on some of those core technologies.
Some breakthrough and set the agenda basically.
Yes, technologies.
Set the agenda. So, one final question. Basically, DRDO and as scientific advisor to the Raksha Mantri, what is your say roadmap for the next couple of years?
So, as a scientific advisor, I have been concentrating primarily on 4 sectors. One is most important thing for the country is the materials.
Okay.
So, country needs to have a material policy.
Right.
I've been working on that last 1 year,
Right.
and the country's material policy will be out soon.
Okay.
This is one important thing what is required for the strategic applications of the country or otherwise also economics of the country.
Sure.
Second thing is the manufacturing.
Okay.
Manufacturing is a very, very important thing for the country, particularly for the defense, either advanced manufacturing or innovative manufacturing, what we call. So we are working on that, both skill development and establishing varieties of manufacturing facilities in the country, innovative manufacturing innovations and bringing into
Right.
that is another area.
Okay.
And third is, as I said, is cyber is one important area and spaces. So these 4 I have taken as important things and then pushed them through, and all are now in pipeline, one by one will be coming in through. And then skill development is another important area.
Sure.
So a lot of work is going on in the skill development area. Leaving aside major programs and projects what MOD is doing and how to push them, how to indigenously do them and indigenization. Leaving aside is another important thing, actually part of the Make in India. Indigenization of many of the imports what we have today is another one which is an agenda where we have taken up the serious actions on that, making the facilities open, making those items known to the people that these are the ones which you are importing, why don't you do with them, and to support them creation of technology development and also innovative research initiative where again you fund the innovations.
Sure.
And so encouraging the industry, encouraging the students, encouraging the people who are entrepreneurs to come out with ideas and products which can replace these things is another important one what we have taken up, which is going on well today.
So you have a full spectrum actually going forward as one can see. All that I can do is to wish you best of luck and see to it that India becomes a very powerful, technologically powerful nation.
Instead of today's second largest importer of defense equipment, we should become one of the largest exporters of defense equipment in the next 10 years.
With scientists willing and I think the manufacturing sector happening, I'm sure that will happen in due time.
Yes, I wish so.
Thank you very much. Thank you.